I'm Michelle Leivan, and I'm a Topeka artist and creator of the Encounters Alla Prima project. And I started this project because I had a selfish desire to paint. I was spending an awful lot of time in my studio working with other people's, other artists' work, and I was neglecting my own desires and need to paint. So last May, I had participated in the 30-day video challenge created by Marissa Murgatroyd. And as part of that project, I had invited my son to sit for me to do a portrait in 5 minutes. And when I posted that online, I got a lot of great feedback from that. And that was the seed that started Encounters Alla Prima. I thought, well, I want to paint, and I want to paint people, because I paint figurative pieces, and the hardest thing to come up with is to find people to actually be willing to sit. So I came up with this idea that I'd go down to Noto and paint and film my process and talk to people about their story. I called Yeldar Gallery and told them what my idea was, and they said, sure, you can come on down and paint in front of our space. And so that was an easy yes to get. And I went on down there the next Saturday morning with my paints and my camera and all my equipment set up. Had no idea who I would encounter down there. Didn't have any idea who I would get to sit for me. And I knew that Noto had a lot of activity on Saturday mornings, and every single time I went down there, it was a big surprise.
So what are you doing, painting?
Yes. Would you like to sit for me?
Oh, heck no.
And I was a little nervous at first, but I ended up spending all summer going down there on Saturdays between 10 and noon and capturing these portraits. And this selfish desire that I had to paint started to become something different. It was, I started to realize that, you know, all these people have fantastic stories about the Noto Arts District. And the Noto Arts District has been around for a few years and has grown exponentially. And the stories that all these seemingly disjointed stories ended up becoming a snapshot of each individual and how they participated in the Noto Arts District in some way. There were patrons, there were business owners, there were artists, there were just people passing by, and that all these different stories ended up as a group painting a portrait of how important the Arts District is. One of the most fascinating things that I discovered was that through the interaction of the subject and being live in front of me, telling me their story, and me painting during that whole process, I discovered that the painting was affected by their story. The experience of seeing the original and seeing the videos together is something that I recommend coming down and experiencing, because not only do you experience the paintings and the stories together, but you also become a part of the social context of the Noto Arts District by participating in the event itself. The show opens December 4th, 2013 at the Yeldar Gallery, which is 909 North Kansas Avenue in Topeka, Kansas. I invite you to come down and be a part of the show. Become a part of the larger Encounter Alla Prima experience, because that's the one thing that is missing right now, is the audience to experience in the entirety of the multimedia event. If you can't physically come down and experience this and be a part of the entire project, then please visit me online at michelleleivan.com and check out the Encounters Alla Prima project.